First and foremost, on behalf of VKC Productions, Tarek Crank, and myself, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you guys for supporting this event. This event holds a few purposes for us. One is to create a really dope space for poets to shine their light. And then two is for the supporters. We hope that this event blesses your spirit, but also that it encourages you and inspires you to also shine your light. Okay? Baby, I want to go deep tonight, but not like penetrating your pussy until your waves reach my shore, more like penetrating your soul until your spirit screams for more. I want to talk to you about God. Do you hear him daily in your walk? Or when you wake up in the morning, do you and him talk? I mean, how do you start your day? Do you give yourself to your job before you pray? Because that's crazy. I want to know your insecurities and nurture the things you don't speak on. I want to be so in tune with the God in me that you feel my presence even with me gone. I want to show you whose I am. I want to learn your body language from the array of emotions that flood you daily. I want to know the exact point your last relationship started failing and why. I want to go deep tonight. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you watch the stars? Do you understand the assignment? Do you really know who you are? What makes you cry, Queen? What makes you happy? What makes you laugh? What calms you down? What makes you mad? Are you ride or die, Queen? Because shit, I am. And what is it that you fear? Now, there's certain times when you think God is near, or certain times when you think it's God that you hear, or is he always with you? I want to go deep tonight. I want to know if you know how close he is to you. I mean, so close that she practically lives in you. I mean, so close that every breath you take gives him life and every tear you shed dims her light. You are an extension of him deep within, and that's why I want to go to the God in you. I want to go deep tonight. My name is Ivy Barnes, a.k.a. Mr. It Ain't Cheap. Welcome to the art of poetry. Yeah, I can clap, snap your fingers, all that.
For some people, it seems like the American dream has turned into a nightmare. Certain people are no longer allowed to dream because others work schemes to other them. Baseless claims that immigrants are someone to fear because their intentions are just extensions of the criminal element. And that's the way these people only stay relevant. Spreading lies, mistrust, hate for the hell of it, just so they can disparage their fellow men. It's not right. We need to fight this bigotry, rooted in racism, but disguised as patriotism. When it's nothing more than fear rearing its ugly head, it must be put to bed. The lies being spread that led to apprehension around immigrants' intentions. Such bullshit when we all have a story that includes them. They have married us, carried us, built for and buried us, this country with their blood, sweat, and tears for hundreds of years. Now you want to cry foul and erase them, even replace them? Ban books and silence their story so that you can glean all the glory? This is un-American, just because they think they can. Altering history to make it a mystery just how valuable immigrants are to our survival. They are not our rivals. We are a country, a nation of immigrants. So why do we fear ourselves? The tragedy is the fear of what we could be. So this is Lady Liberty speaking her voice because she doesn't feel she has a choice to stay silent any longer. The next poem I think I'm going to share is called Two Things Can Be True at Once. I love my country, but sometimes I hate her ways. You know, the ways she can't course correct the wrongs from the past. A past that's rich with contradictions. Contradictions that are as black and white as the cremated ashes of a history that should have been buried, but it's being resurrected to revise an agenda. An agenda once hidden, it's hidden no longer. Now, proud declarations that reveal no shame in admiration and aspiration to be bigoted openly. Openly denying civil liberties and rights that helped others to fight, then take flight to higher ground so they could get their footing where otherwise they couldn't. So I love my country, but sometimes I hate her unjust ways. Real moments. Okay. This last one is called Beauty Queen. Black beauty is the standard that she knows. Crowned with orange beads and light blue shells, the shape of her head holds the knowledge of her ancestors' hopes and dreams. Her long neck extends like a path, reaching to the seams of a tapestry that's woven thick with fertile tribal lands. Black beauty is also the standard that she sets unapologetically. Her braids fall down from her crown into a pattern of woven whispers, making this a form of art and a holder of secrets. Reflections of women who proudly pass down that craft, one twist of the braid and one stroke of the hair at a time. So let's let it unwind. But Black beauty is the standard that she keeps because her beauty is pain, how it puts a strain on humanity. She is a commodity disguised as an oddity, someone to fear and loathe while she's the one waiting to be sold. But truth be told, her beauty is freeing and it's bold. It's something to behold, gleaming like golden sunlight from the crack of an open door to a closet full of stolen promise. But Black beauty, you and you and you will keep them honest.
Too many MCs, not enough mics. What's that from?
Oh, that's
It's the Fugees. It's the score. 1996, 30 years ago. Most of y'all weren't alive then. Too many.
Let's go.
Too many microphones, not enough words. Too many words, not enough deeds. Too many deeds, not enough doers. Too many doers, not enough thinkers. Too many thinkers, not enough dreamers. Too many dreamers, not enough truth. Too much truth, not enough listening. Too much listening, not enough memory. Too much memory, not enough wisdom. Too much wisdom, not enough courage. Too much courage, not enough vision. Too much vision, not enough faith. Too much faith, not enough work. It's too much work, not enough patience. Too much patience, not enough wrath. Too much wrath, not enough righteousness. Too much righteousness, not enough love. Not enough love. Not enough love. All right. I have a condition. I don't feel uncomfortable sharing it with y'all. I think some of y'all probably had the same condition a lot longer than I have. I've learned to live with it. A lot of people fear it. Makes them angry. Let me just read the poem. This is called Symptoms of Wokeness in the White Male. Warning. May seem disoriented, downcast, or defensive. Misses some dreams, mostly the ones he was taught from picture books as a child, singing, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. He never cared for Skittles. Now he looks at hoodies in a whole different way. The voices in his head, Claudia Rankin, Tommy Orange, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Sherman Alexie, Jimmy Santiago Baca, Reginald Dwayne Betts, Debbie Irving, Michelle Alexander, Isabel Wilkerson, Robert F. Williams, Paul Mooney, James Baldwin. Friends whose jokes once just made him a little uncomfortable now make him ashamed of himself. Warning, may ask acquaintances of color to pose with him for selfies. He wonders why they call it a dog whistle when everybody hears it. Warning, blurts out the story of his uncle, the family genealogist, sharing copies of a will from the distaff side of the family, bequeathing one bed, one mule, and one Negro boy. He could talk about redlining, reparations, the historical inequities of Social Security and the GI Bill, mass incarceration, the militarization of police departments, and even how spell check is a form of racist microaggression, but not about the girl of color with whom he held hands when they were 16. He understands now that the worst role to play is bystander. All right, I got the scripture. I have a poem about Robert Johnson. Of course, it's called Crossroads. Sorry. But the scripture is Jeremiah 6:16, if you want to check it in your Bibles. This is what the Lord says. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. But you said, we will not walk in it. The moon being new, he can't see where the good way lies. A voice from the dark says, stand where you're at. So the man stands at the crossroads in the pitch black night, says to himself, might not be the devil, but it sure ain't the Lord. When a man's unwelcome once the sun goes down, he should be afraid. But he wants to ask what Virginia and that baby had to die for. He must have stood there for a while, though he would never tell a soul. He just starts walking. And he walks all that anguish down the road in spite of the weight of it, which in time he almost learns to bear. Though there is no rest from the hellhounds trailing every soul and every crowd from Rosedale to San Antonio to Chicago to Dallas, who hears the anguish, and all those souls and all those joints say, we who bring our sorrows here tonight will lay them down for a spell, and though we're not made for walking the path you walk, we will take them up again and walk on in darkness, nor will we stop for fear of it. Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like a fraud, a fake, a phony, if you will. Sometimes every compliment feels as if it were meant for someone else, someone more sure of themselves, their purpose, their reason for being. Sitting in positions of power and authority, yet walking into rooms like I borrowed my own name. Drifting through spaces built for me, yet feeling misplaced and misaligned. Auditing my worth as though I expect errors. Arriving without settling in, as though every success resides at a temporary address. I've always found it hard to rest in who I am. Who am I? A child of the Most High God, blessed with gifts and abilities to share with all who will listen or experience. Birthed by the breathing embodiment of compassion, shout out to my mama. The need to be of help to others is always top priority. Yet I search near and far to assign words to my own needs and desires. Who am I? The baby girl of a father gone too soon, the little sister, the big sister, the bestie for the restie, the chill aunt, the educator, the listening ear, prayer partner, and friend, the organizer, the painter, the writer, and horror movie enthusiast. I show up, even when doubt signs my name in the guest book. But I'm learning that my doubt does not disqualify me. I'm not pretending, I am becoming. The imposter lurking within is just growth that feels unfamiliar. Here I stand in my steadiness, a quiet constant in chaos, a lighthouse on the stormy seas, not shrinking to fit the horizon, nor chasing every flicker of movement in the dark. Somewhere out there, someone is lost, and they are not looking for noise. They are looking for something constant, something real, and here I stand. So a little bit of backstory on this next one. It's called Now I See. My full-time job, I'm a teacher of students with visual impairments in Charlotte. So I teach Braille to blind students. So this is a poem that I wrote about, that experience. So it's called Now I See. Imagine never seeing a smile. Imagine never seeing a smile, never catching the reassuring nod from across the room, never watching someone's eyes light up when they say, "Good job." Imagine learning who people are by the weight of their words, the rhythm of their footsteps, the warmth in their greeting, the silence between their sentences. My students can hear my attitude. Before I teach a single lesson, before I braille a single word, before I break a single concept down to the simplest step, they hear me. They hear my patience. They hear my frustration. They hear my compassion. They hear my belief in their ability to do and be anything and everything. My classroom speaks before I do. It speaks through the sighs, the laughter, the hurried footsteps, the gentle reminders, the whispered encouragement. The sweet aromatic oils wrap each body in warm embrace. A break from the cluttered sea of voices outside my door. For a child who navigates the world without sight, the atmosphere isn't something they see, but something they feel. They feel it in every greeting, every correction, every moment someone chooses kindness over convenience. They feel it in every patient lesson as raised dots and textured images become open imaginations and expansion of isolated worlds. Miss King's room becomes Miss King's castle, where my little second grader never wants to leave. These precious children, most who've never seen the sunshine that warms their skin, that don't know the color of their shoes, but never forget that my favorite color is blue. My heart grows 10 times each day from the love of God's most precious creations. I was blind to the power of a student's love for an educator who cares. I once was blind, and now I see. Thank you.
I found in life that healing is a must and self-awareness is vital to growth. My first poem is called No More Shame. No more of you shame. No more games, no more hiding, no more winding around my thoughts, choking the life out of my dreams, no more making me feel guilt, because if you don't, I forgive me. No more tormenting my soul, no more giving you the control, no more cowering in the shadows, egos crippling me with fear, because a fragile ego will collapse under the weight of heavy jeers. But today I cheer. No more telling me I'm dirty and that I'm just no good. No more listening to you say it's all your fault. Stand up to me. I wish you would, because little girl, I'll lift up the hood and reveal all your filthy secrets. Tell about the times you lied. Tell about what you pretend to be. I'll crack that pretty facade. I'll tell you how you numbed your pains, the pains that left taboo stains. I'll tell how you've done it over and over again. I'll tell how you're not perfect and how you just don't measure up. I'll tell that you're stupid, unattractive, non-deserving, selfish, and full of corrupt. I'll tell how you don't know when to shut up. Like I said, no more shame. Yes, it took me a while, but now I know your name. Like Rumpelstiltskin, you like to weave falsehoods, confusion, and pain for your greedy fame. I know how you would manipulate me into feeling that I'm always to blame. Try to drive me insane. I know about the agents you employ, they're hurt themselves, but to not feel you, they'll hurt me even the more. I know you'll make a strong soul weak, make a woman or a man think they're incomplete, make them feel they're never enough. But I'm standing up to you today to let you know you're not that tough. I am more than enough. I know how you whisper in ears, speak hate causing tears. I know how you love when people get stuck, shift the blame and blame it on bad luck. I know how you'll rob a heart dry and make some consider suicide. I know how you destroy relationships and how folks wondering who sunk my battleship. Like driftwood, they drift, forgetting that life is a beautiful gift. I survived the sift. See, God allowed me to see the right day. The day when divine love transferred into self-love, transcending self-love into light, and it burned bright in your toxic tonal shame. I survived your dark night. What you meant for bad was turned for my good. Your tonal became my birth canal. My cries God understood. I pushed as hard as I could along the way. I finally birthed the authentic me. I celebrate another birthday. I'm my own hero, walking proudly, embracing my afro, come what may. I am not my past. I no longer will retain your trash. I've removed my mask, walking in purpose, completing my divine task. Only it will last. I am walking in power, promoting healing, health, and love I implore, and motivating others to shut you down too. Stand in self-love and declare no more. All right, the next poem is entitled The Revelation. I am smooth jazz, hot neo soul, soft instrumentals to exotic beats. I am a smooth melody, a never-ending love song, a deep expression of the soul. Are you listening? I am a Spanish guitar being serenaded by the saxophone, a harp lulling the beast, sensual serena syncopating moves to the Congo drum. Can you feel me? Simply complicating, complex, peculiar, unique, nostalgically creating, thinking out the box, no desire to live duplicating. Do you know me? I am pink chiffon, cotton candy sweet, silky soft, glowing gold, a classic, but not old, brown and bold. Can you see me? I'm a canary diamond, a string of black pearls, a ruby in a platinum setting, rare, beautiful to behold, high in value. Do you realize my worth? I am bohemian chic. With a real woman's physique, with valleys and hills, winding rivers and cool, relaxing streams. In spring, wildflowers in bloom, life's uplifting perfume. Witty with words, wise with knowledge, witness my purpose. Can you touch my essence? Not to be held in, pressed down, washed out, or non-existent, but to be released, limitless, vibrant, and ever present. Do you understand me? Born to be me, born to help set the captives free, born to fill the world with the love that will redeem the soul. Truth be told, covering the guilt and shame that has caused us so much pain. Oh, the lines and the lies, never do they apologize, but I'm here to help my brothers and my sisters. Do you need me? Not to please or live a life of ease, but to show you that it's worth living and that you are worth it. So don't front. Pretend you don't know me. Pretend you don't love me. Pretend you don't see the light in my eyes. Feel the blessing on my life. Feel my presence on the scene. Not stressing to be seen, but I know that you see me, don't you? Here for a moment, I'm God's creation, tuned in and brought to you by Sims Lee R&B station. So stop, look, and listen, or you will miss me. Hey, I'm a #1 hit. And FYI, there is no B-side, and the needle will glide between my grooves to make you groove to a song well-written, timeless, and on time. It will make you move, inspiring you to sing along to this love song, pressing to go on. And remember, there is no B-side. Are you dancing? Multifaceted, multi-talented, and multiplied, a nurturing mom in stride. No more will I hide. I will enjoy this ride of life. No more dwelling on the strife. No more No longer wondering if you hear me, feel me, understand me, see me, know my worth, want or need me. I'm dancing to my own song, even if I am dancing alone. No more pity party love song, but let me count the ways, dancing to my joyous love song. Not to move the crowd, but to motivate my heart, do my part, and please my God, because from him I only have one life to live, and I truly live this life where there is no B-side, and I no longer need your answers.
Once I had a smile that lifted up the room. People loved to be around me. Once was filled with light and life, now sheltered. Thoughts surround me. A cloud has come over. It constantly rains, thunderstorms and lightning. Water flows down the drain. Living in bittersweet moments, my head spins in confusion. People who once loved me no longer do. I noticed my change. I noticed what took place. I became that person I never thought I could be. People see it written across my face. They asked, what happened? Where have you gone? What are these words you speak? Why are you dealing with them alone? How can I explain to someone how I feel when I don't know if they will listen? Inside of me, I'm yelling for release. I won't be free until I learn my lesson. I know life is not easy. I didn't want to be, but I have no more fight left in me. I pray to God for security. What will make people believe that there's something greater than you and me, yet somewhere beneath the ashes, a single ember still glows, not loud enough to silence the storm, but strong enough to remind me that darkness has never defeated the dawn. So I gathered every broken piece, not to become who I once was, but to become someone who understands the beauty of surviving. The rain will eventually surrender to the sun. The scars will become stories. The tears will become rivers that carry me forward. And one day that smile that left my face will return, not because life became easier, but because I finally learned that hope is strongest when it refuses to leave. For every ending whispers of a beginning. Every winter promises a spring. And every soul that chooses to keep breathing is already writing its greatest victory. There is something greater than you and me, and in that truth, I will find my way home.
Yeah, boy.
The next one is titled Where I Want to Be. Where I want to be. I want to be in love with someone that values me and secures my insecurities. I want to be with someone that will help me fill that void that is left internally empty. I want to be in our home during stormy weather, close with each other, staying warm together. I want to be your support system, to use as collateral. As I am to you, you are to me. I want to be at one end and them at the other so that our two ends meet and complete one another. I don't want to be consciously worrying about me if I look good, dress nice, or becoming someone I don't want to be. I don't want to be that desperate single going club hopping to look for someone to mingle. I don't want to be writing stories about my could have or could be. I don't want to be at a point where love exists in lust and adultery. I don't want to be home alone and no one there with me. What am I doing wrong? Is it me? Does the world miss what I see? In a world full of people, is there no one for me? Am I the only one thinking this apart from society? I want to be in Bora Bora with the one I adore. I want to be in France doing the happy dance. I just want to be in love. So, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a promise to myself. Today, I make a promise to myself, not the kind written on paper and forgotten what time, the kind etched into my soul where my healing begins. I start my healing process today. Returning to the places that remind me who I am, away from the noise of the world, walking barefoot through green meadows and feeling the cool grass beneath my feet, soft as forgiveness and gentle as peace. I will listen to waterfalls hitting deep within rainforests. Their rushing waters remind me that everything in life is meant to flow forward. I will stand at the edge of the ocean and breathe deeply. The scent of salt, sea, air, and sun-warmed driftwood will remind me that some things are meant to be released, carried away by the tides. I will watch sunsets spill gold and crimson and violet across distant mountains and remember that endings are not tragedies. The sun sets each evening without fear, trusting it will rise again. I want to trust myself that way. I would taste the sweetness of fresh fruit, still carrying the memory of sunlight, and appreciate life's simple gifts. The earth provides beauty without asking for recognition, and perhaps I can learn to do the same. I would nourish my body with healthier choices, my mind with gentler thoughts, and my spirit with faith. I will pray more, not because I seek perfection, but because I seek connection to God, to purpose, and to peace. I would create a sanctuary within myself, a safe space where chaos, doubt, insecurity, anxiety, and fear are not allowed to take root. This space belongs to me, and I will protect it. I choose simplicity over excess, experiences over possessions, and gratitude over constant pursuit. The most valuable things in life cannot be brought. A sunrise, a prayer, a deep breath, a meaningful conversation, a moment of peace. Life is temporary, and because of that, I want to live it fully. I will travel more, I will walk more trails, spend more time beneath the sun, breathe deeper, and embrace happiness without guilt or hesitation. I will keep a journal of my journeys, recording the lessons, discoveries, and moments that shape me. Maybe one day those pages will remind someone that healing is possible, that growth is real, and that peace can be found even after life's hardest storms. But for now, this journey begins with me, because today I choose peace. Today, I choose growth. Today, I choose healing. Today, I release what no longer serves me and welcome me what nourishes my souls. Today, I step into the sunlight. Today, I start my healing process today. Thank you.
Phoenix rising and the crowd goes wild.
Hype me up. Hype me up. How y'all doing? Y'all looking good? Hope y'all feeling good. So Phoenix rising. That got a nice little ring to it, right? So somebody asked me how I got my name. Can somebody ask me how I got my name?
How you get your name, Phoenix?
See, I taught myself how to fly when the ground became too basic. And see, ordinarily, we tend to have a tendency to just go with the flow, but my wings said fuck being stagnant.
Let's go, poet.
Phoenix, you better put on a show. So here I am.
Let's go.
And see, somebody told me I was a caterpillar moving around in a cocoon waiting to be a butterfly. And I was like, wait, what? Nah, you're right. So I dedicate this to the struggle that made me hustle because I was hungry for change. Nah, scratch that. I said I dedicate this to the struggle that made me hustle because I was ready for change. And see, it's often complicated to duplicate the complications of my soul. See, my imagination creates puzzles with pieces shaped by my reality, and that's something you could never know. But I'm gonna let you in and give you a little piece of my world. See, I wasn't always such a brave little girl, but fear became hope, and my lines got dope, and that's some good shit. And see, I know y'all been waiting for what Phoenix gonna say. But worry no more, the wait is over. I'm here now and I'm spazzing. I know y'all used to Shalisha, but Phoenix gets it cracking. And speaking of crack, where my love addicts at? Where my love addicts at? All right, 1, 2. This one's for y'all. See, you got that dope love, and like heroin, your love shot up my vein and gave me a high that I never felt before. Glazed my eyes with sweet memories of instant satisfaction that burned slowly. Made my heart work overtime every time you put your lips to mine. Your ecstasy divinely
tasting my soul. You rocked my world and cracked my code, injecting me with dangerous portions of your most potent concoction of love spells. And your love spells drug, because too much is never enough. And an overdose? Nah. See, that shit ain't even close. Let's go, poet. And see, I'm just being modest because the contact that I got from your contact made me want to contact my contact and be like, girl. He did that. So convulsions of the heart mixed with spasms of the clit was my reward after proving that I'm bold enough to take back-to-back hits. And see, there will be no puff puff passing. BYOBC, you. Yes, you. See, I need you in your entirety. So get me black girl, wasted, intoxicated, love drunk, drunk in love, because being sober, nah. See, that shit bad for my health. See, I take a hit from your lips and inhale. And drown in savored momentum of passion not yet ready to be released from my exhale. See, I'm fixated on the wet dreams and daydreams of fantasies untamed, hallucinations of the vibrations of your touch touching my everything. Yes. Sends chills of my spine and hot flushes through my body simultaneously. See, you, yes, you. See, you got that dope love, and I'm a fiend that'll never find another love laced with such pure divine. Phoenix rising and the crowd goes wild.
If I could choose to be anything in this world, I choose to be a black man. A black writer that never loses his grip on a pen as it leaks this black ink, describing this black pain and joy. See, these black stories hold heat on this paper like aluminum foil, and this black soil is fertile. Ideal for me to grow even when I've been buried 100 times through regurgitated lies and watered down words. See, my covering is dark to the ground. I'm submerged in my roots so much that no one can disprove or construe. The truth is true. I know the fruits of my labor. It's a taste you can savor. Now, imagine if the Black Ranger was the one wielding the saber. Wouldn't he resemble the savior?
Speak your truth, poet.
Black is this flavor and sweet is this juice. But too many times we've seen the darker the skin, the tighter the noose. They tried to suffocate me from the tree that I grew. They wanted to clip my wings, but this black flew through all the dirt and gust storms that blew, and yet I rise. They meant to, these black walls I break through, and they meant to freeze a level up like Goku trying to kill my spirit, but it bombed. I didn't have to die like Jin Woo to improve or remove my fear. I accelerated. This black is Luffy in 5th gear. This black is more than a month. It's every day of every year. Sorrowful mornings and joyous tears. And when I say this black don't crack, I don't mean I'm invincible. I'm no Spider-Man, but for Pete's sake, this black shouldn't have to break down to be worthy of a break. I mean, it's no coincidence this black has been great in everything it's had his hands in, including her panties. You couldn't eliminate this black and replace it with the stand-in. This black stand-in tall on 10 toes and on business. Developed the brotherhood through friendship, tried and true in the trenches, or maybe the suburbs, where we stargaze and watch birds through binoculars. The dreams of young astronomers and photogenic photographers, not worried about being popular. You see, this black may lack hue, but it's the light received through your oculars. To be black is to be holy, separate, and uplifted. I know you're reading the scriptures. It's like rubbing on a lamp and being granted 3 more wishes. Like, I wish to still be this black man. This black writer that never loses his grip on the pen as it leaks this black ink. Peace.
My name is Bridget. Sometimes they call me BP, but I prefer Be Poetic. It means brave when faced with adversity. Proud because it took a great deal of sacrifice to get where I am. Optimistic Because even when people try to fuck with me, I still see the best in them. Energetic, because my presence brings a sense of life and excitement when I enter the room. Talented, because my work speaks for itself. You better check the stats. Influential, because I've inspired women to speak their truth no matter how they are viewed, and confident, because no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. I am the grit between your teeth, the topic of your discussions, paste because it never gave copy, heartbreak because you still ain't over that shit. I am take off because I've never been offset. I may kid around, but I do not play. Swear to God, I will leave you where you had me fucked up at if you ever crisscross me. Never needed a big boy to my Andre. I've always been an outcast.
Let's go, poet.
I be floating like a butterfly, but I sting like a bee. I am the greatest next to Mayweather, but you can call me Ali. Lately, I've been wrecking havoc, not intentionally, but I want to be remembered as a prodigy. I guess you can say I'm mob deep in your feelings, so be careful with me. I am clocked in but not cracked. I am ticking just fine. My words will uppercut you in the neck, and these punchlines will make you go blind. See, my name just hit different. I may bend a little and fold, but I am unfucking breakable. I can be your worst nightmare or your wettest dream to jack off of. Either way, I am Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. While you Drake crying at home screaming, turn the TV off, I am Squabble up on the mic. I am Cleo with the cornrows, Frankie with the pixie, Stony with the bag when TT needed that money. I am, if you don't know by now, Miss Set Shit Off. I am a whispered name in rooms I would have never been in. I am Miss Got It Out the Mud, deserving of everything that is to come to me, and that is the mic drop. I am a name stuck in your vernacular. I am addict and addiction, a definition you catch a high off of. I am the nut that should have been swallowed before it hit the coochie that brought you into this world. I am the rose that grew from the concrete. And if you still didn't think my pen had that fire, I am the phoenix that rose from the ashes. I am Dorothy Count breaking barriers. I am eating generational curses for breakfast and spitting them the fuck back out. If you ask me, who am I? I would say I am a survivor. Because pointing a gun to the head at point blank range but did not pull the trigger. I am bigger than any lie spoken in a voice that ain't mine. And I refuse to wear the labels stitched by the hands of those who never bothered to know my story. My name is Bridget. Sometimes they call me BP, but I prefer Be Poetic and Peace.
There's nothing I could say to truly explain how much my mother has been there for me. See, she is like no other. She wears her heart on her sleeve, and can you believe she would do anything for anybody? And that's not even the most profound thing about her. See, all of my life, I witnessed my mother sacrifice so many times that it literally blew my mind how she would work so hard just to keep things from falling apart, not relying on men, but relying on God. She never complained much. Never would she give up, even when she was down on her luck. And she made sure we always had what we needed. She showed us she was never defeated, and she always managed to turn nothing into something. However, I witnessed this strong black woman be treated like she was nothing. See, the biggest lesson I learned from my mother is how to be a strong black queen, no matter if you're seen. See, my mother didn't need validation. She was the motivation and inspiration. So with this poem, I want to offer appreciation. See, she never got a pat on the back, nor did she ever show lack in any way. See, my mother didn't play. See, my mother didn't play, y'all. I'm getting a little emotional with this, y'all. So I'm going to take my time. She would always show up and show out if need be. my mother knew how to throw those hands freely. And she could write a check and cash it. See, my mother was that black girl magic before they even knew what it was. My mother did things just because. And she always tried her best, even when she was being put through a test. See, my mother showed me what it was to have perseverance and resilience. She never ceased to amaze me with her brilliance. And she embodied the strength of 1,000 men, because long ago she decided she would never give in. So I know that God is our Alpha and Omega, but he made her hidden treasure. And she has never been forsaken, no matter the road that she's took. So, Mother, I just want to say to you, you are the strong black woman that I look up to. And it doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what road you've taken. You have never been forsaken. And for that, I just want to say thank you so much for being the strong black woman that I continue to look up to. Thank you, Mother.